Hey, people. What's up, folks? Here we are, live again, Saturday night. Saturday Night Live. Coming at you. Everybody hear us all right?
We got a big crowd. We got a big old crowd. Hold on.
Right on, man. Right on. The more the merrier. So, if y'all like hearing the truth and, hearing what's really going on the corrupt side, on the underbelly of CDCR and in these walls and fucking the conditions of confinement and solitary confinement, hit that like button and share my shit. And, join the conversation, man. Leave a comment, man. Leave a comment, I don't care if it's negative. I bet you I can make it positive. I bet you, by the time I'm done telling you the truth about shit, not some sweetened truth either, some real shit. Some real shit. You'll see what I'm talking. You'll change your way of thinking. You'll change your mind about this shit up in here being corrupt. So, other than that, man, we're just hanging out on Saturday night, man. Me and my baby girl and the dog.
Hey.
I hear the big dog.
Hey. Quit it.
And
hey Tim, how you doing?
Tim, how you doing, bud? Send ours to you, man. I hope everything's well for you. And everybody else in the chat room, everybody else listening. Truth seekers, the truth seekers of America. Well, let me see here. We got a few topics to talk about, but I'll fucking hold up a second and let everybody get situated and let this J-Cat stop kicking his fucking door because he's a fucking piece of shit.
Oh,
Sorry,
no.
son of a bitch.
Oh, no.
He's a straight fucking turd eater.
You know the difference between crazy neighbors and J-Cats?
What?
They keep the J-Cats locked up.
Hey, man, that's the truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got some cray neighbors.
These fucking people here, man, the system has gone straight to shit.
Mm-mm.
It really fucking has, man.
That's
I don't see how a man, a full-grown man, full-grown, somebody's mama had him, man. Somebody's mama spit him out. Somebody's, parents made this guy, and, like, how do you act like a fucking animal, Where you playing his shit, yelling out the side of your door.
Well, wait a minute. I have a dog, and he doesn't play in his shit. He doesn't shit inside his house. He waits till I take him out. So, I get real mad when these weirdos, when people call them animals, because animals are much more civil than that. Much more.
Right. It's fucking insane, man. Baby girl, I could never bring myself down to that low level of thinking. Oh my God.
Dog
and thinking, right? And for people to act like straight up fucking monkeys at a zoo. When I was a kid, I went to the Sacramento Zoo because I'm from Sac. And I remember my grandma took me there, and this fucking monkey was sitting on some branch, and he was playing with his little penis, and it was so fucking funny. He just kept doing it because everybody's laughing. And my grandma tried to cover my eyes, right? I'm like, what the fuck is he doing, I think I was like 9 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then another monkey comes along, and my grandma goes, let's go, get out of here. And he starts pooping in his hand and throwing it at the crowd. He's throwing it at everybody.
Oh my
And
God.
that is what I swear to God, babe, girl, that is what I think of. Well, that's what I think of when I see these fucking SNYs who just are without scruples, without honor, without integrity, without human. Like, they're inhumane. They're subhuman.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
It's like a subhuman or something, because no human in their mind, not even though you don't even have to be in your right mind, just have some type of mind would do that. The dogs don't even do that, you know?
Right.
I don't know, but it's just disgusting, man. And God damn, man, this is what they're wanting us. This is what they're trying to send to the yard with us. Yeah, see how that works out.
Well, isn't it that they're trying to promote these particulars as the people that need the most reward for doing well in
Right. Yeah, they are. And you know, we did a short video yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, but Sacramento's headquarters, their new agenda and their new propaganda is to try to intermingle GP and SNYs. And these SNYs are lashing out now, and they've gone to the dookie-doo in the toilets.
Well,
literally.
Weren't they already doing that with the 50-50 yards?
They were, but not on a level 4 yet. They haven't done that level 4 yet. And so now they're going to start. And I guess they've been doing it here on C-yards, sending one SNY at a time to C-yard, and then the guy's getting uncuffed, and he's turning around and trying to knock out a cop or whatever they're doing. They're taking flight on the staff. They're trying to. Oh, and I don't know. You know, the cops are prepared for it. They know it's coming because they know that this SNY is not going to that main line with 1,200 GPs. I don't know if it holds 1,200. It might hold about 1,000, but they're not going out to that main line at no cost. So back here now, I've been to yard the last couple of days. I didn't go today because I don't like doing second, third yard. I'm a morning guy. I like the morning shot.
Mm-hmm.
But yesterday I did. It was decent because the shit slinger didn't make it out there with us. But we're hearing the talk. You know, you hear the hubbub. You got 10 cages, and you just hear these dudes talk. And you can hear the SNYs passing their word around. Don't go out. Whatever you do, don't go to the main line with these GPs. Gas them all. Just keep gassing them. Keep throwing poop on them. They'll stop letting us go. They'll stop forcing us to go. That's what they're saying. They don't want to be forced to go to the GP main line. So they're literally gone to the dookie-doo in the toilet.
Okay, but I'm really confused how gassing you guys in the cages is gonna make that stop.
What it does is it sends a message to the pigs, like, you know, only ones being fucked around, the only ones being fucking shitted on is GP. And you know, it's just it's the backlash from Sacramento headquarters agenda. It's the backlash, and they know it. I have my inside guy. The source I got. I won't say his name ever. I'll never say his name. Told me yesterday. You know, he said that they told Sacramento headquarters, you can't do this. You can't do this. You're gonna fucking. You're gonna have a lot more blood on your hands. You can't do this. You can't do it. And they're like, fuck you, shut up. We're doing it. It's done. Deal with it. And so now, like, I guess this is just the backlash on how the SNYs want to deal with it. You know, and we GPs, we're not going to deal with it like that. We'll wait. We'll bide our time, wait for an opportunity, and then, talk to a guy real up close and personal. But the bottom line is they're creating the chaos in our world. It's because of their policies and shit. So it's just that's what they're doing. They're so scared. They're so fucking scared. They don't want to go to yard. They don't want to go to the mainline yard. Mainline. Back in the day, bro, we police ourselves.
Right.
I'm on this fucking tier with 11 men. 11 other cells. Boom. What I do in my cell, and I go out to that fucking yard tomorrow with 11 men, you gotta answer for it, bud. You're gonna pay the piper one way or another. Well, when they put the cages up, that changed it. It changed it. It changed the mentality. It changed the mindset. It changed the psychological part of it.
So what? They think that they're safe in those cages now. They can do whatever they want.
Right. You. Let me ask you, baby girl. You've been with me 15 years. You think that motherfucker down the way would dare throw shit at me if he'd come out on the yard tomorrow morning with me?
Absolutely
not.
Well, it's like them keyboard warriors. They talk a bunch of shit, but they won't meet you on the corner.
Right. I would have him for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a late night snack, and you know it. He knows it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
He knows this cage life. They use the cage life to be safe. They know we can't get with them. Anytime they come out of the cage, they're cuffed, just like me, and the next guy, and the next guy. So they know what they're doing. I mean, I don't expect nothing different out of a sorry piece of shit SNY lockup case. I don't expect nothing less.
So what are you saying? Most of them are just in there hiding. They're not. They don't.
Your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
They don't have any real issue. They don't have health issues or psych issues. They're just hiding. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, 90% of them are. Yes, 90% of them are hiding. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Hiding from their stupid shit on the yard, right?
Hiding. Yes, they're hiding. So. Like again, back in the day, in the past, it was like that. And, if a fucking weenie whacker pulled out he started gunslinging to a cop on himself, jacking his meat. Well, we'd be told, and then tomorrow we'd go out there and confront him, and it would be handled accordingly. And it would never happen again.
But now you don't have that kind of management, right?
No, we don't have that type of physical threat no more.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Well, baby girl, they remove the physical threat. And once you do that, it alters the mentality. It tweaks the mind just a little bit.
Well, I think all of our listeners totally get it because of the keyboard warrior thing. You guys know what I'm talking about. You get somebody just mouthing off behind that keyboard, thinking they're all this and all that, and really they're setting themselves up. Someday somebody's gonna come along, and they're gonna be sorry. They're gonna forget where they're at. You get used to running your mouth like that, and you forget you're not behind the keyboard. You forget you're not behind the cage. We've all seen it. We've all seen it. So, a little quiet in the chat.
A link.
There you
All
are.
right, I'm back, babe.
You're back.
So, okay, what was you saying? You were saying something.
I was just saying that the people out here get it because of the whole keyboard warrior phenomenon that's happening since social media took off.
Just like, yes, the keyboard warriors. The keyboard warriors talk different on the computer systems and the Instagram or whatever that shit, the social media sites, than they would right up in your face, up close and personal. They would never tell you and talk to you that way as they would over the computers.
Truth.
And it's the same. It's the same in here. Mm-hmm. That's the best I could say. That's the best example. And but in here, he's getting blasted with shit. You know, it's a disgusting. It's a disgusting way of fucking life that these motherfuckers have done. That they go to right now. Mm-hmm. You know, and I ain't with it. I ain't part of that shit. I don't. It's just foul shit, man. It's really disgusting. Just bide your time. Wait until the door opens, or wait till we get to a yard, main line, whatever. We'll talk about it. Mm-hmm. You know, stop fucking doing the shit so the cops can protect you.
Tim says it's the worst of human nature. Well, okay, so like you're locked up. Absolutely. You already fucked up, or you got fucked over. And instead of raising the bar in the worst case scenario, they're actually lowering it, and I don't understand that at all. Like tenfold, they're lowering it tenfold, baby girl. And yeah, Kim, you're right. It's the worst thing of human nature. Bad, like you wouldn't believe, man. I've seen a semi, what you think a normal dude would be, and then he goes over there, and actually, you know, all this different part of him comes out within him, and he just suppressed it. He just suppressed it. And then he got over there and has some side, and he just turned into a fucking homosexual lover. And, he's walking the fucking yard wrapping his arms around a homosexual, and it's fucking crazy shit, man. But over here, he was some big bad motherfucker that nobody knew was like him. And when he got over there, he's doing that, and it's fucking weird shit. That is weird.
It's really strange. So, yeah, it's fucking nuts, man. Like I said, man, I'm dummy dodging. I'm sucker dodging. I'm trying to dodge the idiots. That's all I can say. And, like me and my buddy Ronnie was talking yesterday, or the day before yesterday. Well, we got a problem with that, man. Fucking fuck you, straight up. Anybody got a problem with that shit, man? Because we're putting out the truth and, about the corruption and confinement conditions, man. Fuck you. You obviously working for the cops. And, me and you were listening to something earlier about somebody was saying, do the right thing in prison and do the right thing. Well, the right thing is not going S and Y. I promise you that. So whoever's listening to me, that is not the right thing. Your life is not going to be any better over there in that anarchy type of situation than it is over here in GP with some structure, with honor and integrity. And like I said, I said it in one of my videos before, keep your head down, stay out of politics, go to school, get an education, and go the fuck home.
Tim wants to know what percentage is SNY.
What, sir? I didn't hear you.
I said, Tim wants to know what percentage is SNY.
I would say it's 75 to 78% of the CDCR now.
Wow. That's like 3/4.
75 to 78%.
3/4.
Yes,
wow.
that's huge. It's
Wow.
huge.
So that
It's
many
fucking
people,
huge.
okay, at least half of them are hiding out. I mean, we know that there's
At
some mental
least.
cases because there are no mental health facilities in California anymore. They just send them off to prison. And so there's this big old
Mm-hmm.
mishmash of corrections
Yep.
and warehousing the mentally ill and
Right.
crossing lines with that in their programs, and that's where they really fall
Right.
short. That's where they're getting away with taking most of the tax dollars. um,
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
it's really
Exactly.
bizarre how they have blended the two, and I get it that there's a lot of mentally ill committing crimes, but you you gotta help the people who are dysfunctional versus the people who are mentally ill. There's a big difference.
Right. Right. Well, it's like in here, like, so a guy comes from the street, goes to prison, never had no mental health issues. He goes to prison, and his homies teach him the ropes. And then once he learns the system, and he uses it to his advantage, and then he goes S and Y, and then he starts using the mental health aspect of it. That's what we call hideout. You're hiding out, and you're just scared. You're such a coward, you can't deal with what you had over here. And I guarantee you, life over there is not a motherfucking Disneyland. I promise you that. It's anarchy. It's anarchy. There's no loyalty. There's no honor. There's no nothing. You're dealing with dudes that fucking eat handfuls of poop and then throw another handful at you. And you're not dealing with people that act in a professional manner doing time as a convict. You're just not. And so I don't give a fuck what anybody says, man. Do not do it. Do not go there.
So a lot of those guys that do go over there, they're basically they're just fuck ups, right? I mean, they can't even handle the basic tenets of society.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
In a main line, like, just follow the basic rules, don't get yourself into trouble.
Right.
They're getting themselves into trouble because they can't.
Well, as a matter of fact, like, some of them don't even get into trouble. They just get scared. They just get scared, or they think they got something in the closet that they did somewhere else, or like they think people are talking about them, or it's all mental game. Or they got some drugs, or they got drunk and disrespected somebody, or
well, that's what I mean by getting in trouble and being stupid, getting into debt, messing with the wrong people, not conducting yourself in the manner that's socially acceptable. Just crossing lines.
And man, it's not hard. It's just be respect. Just be respectful. And you'll be just fine.
Why they ended up in prison in the first place is because they didn't understand the tenets of respect.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're not going to rob somebody or break into their house if you're being respectful.
Right. No, I get all that. I do. But over in prison, the respect thing is really, really tenfold, man. You're supposed to have it. So, like, say, an example, this guy right here disrespects you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go down to his level and disrespect him back.
Right.
I'll just, because that's a reflection on him and his character. Now, if I respond, then he pulled me out of my pocket. He got me. Right. So, I'll keep my cool, keep my self-respect about me and how I respond. And then, when the time comes, I'll deal with it accordingly in a proper manner. But behind the door, in a cell door, in a cell box, or in a yard cage, it's not how GPs go about handling disrespect. We just don't do it like that. And so, but Sacramento created this monster, and my inside source guy yesterday told me they did, and he said they don't give a fuck, man. They're gonna keep doing this, and because they're starting to see the S and Y's lashing out on everybody, throwing shit on people, and I guess it's just not in this block. It's going on in other prisons. So they're scared to go to ER with GP.
Do you think that would happen at the Norway prisons?
Fuck no, man. Did you if everybody's seen the picture you posted with the two different cells?
Right.
Fuck. Look at the two different cells, man. One looks like a little bit.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
One looks like a bedroom for a 12 to 14-year-old. One looks like a cell. And, that tells you a lot right there. So that wouldn't go on over there. They don't have people that are cut like us over here, cut out leather over here. It's just way different. It's way different, man. And get this, when they started the California model here, they started with these shit slingers. They started on a piece of shit yard, a PSU building. They started with the worst of foulest motherfucking lowest of the lowest SOYs you can find. That's who they started with. And how is that going to be a success? Tweak your little system a little bit. It started on a GP yard with men that do want to go home, men that really want to try to, get rehabilitated, and see how it works out.
I truly believe they don't want it to succeed. They want it to fail.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Again, on one of the other videos, I get receipts, man, and I always bring my shit right. I always bring a receipt to the check I'm right. So in another 10 years from now, that's how headquarters looks at this. Every 10 to 20 years is another, generation change. So this pendulum in prison swings every 10 years. It goes bad for the convicts, good for the cops. Good for the convicts, bad for the cops. 10 years every time. It gets better for us, better for the cops, better for us, and it just goes back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, but that's a pretty tiny swing compared to the money they're making. It's never that bad for them.
Oh, I know, but okay, so before 1996, convict had conjugal visits, lifers. We had real good food in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Not real good food, but a lot better than that. We got
real food. Real food.
Wait a minute. Yeah, real food. We got bacon. We got real eggs. We got real shit. We got ribs. We got chicken. We got real motherfucking food. Okay? Then visiting days, 4 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
Then conjugal visits, once every 90 days. Then real jobs, real vocational training.
Mm-hmm.
You can go take leather shop. You could make jewelry. You can join the jeweler shop, make jewelry, make wallets out of leather, make belts, shit like that. You actually had a vocational part of this life.
Mm-hmm.
So then you got the prison boom in the mid-90s.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
And the pendulum starts swinging back the other way. Lock them up, throw away the key, take away all their programs, fuck them. Make more prisons, make it become industrialized prison, and make it become a business, not a corrections, not a rehabilitation, nothing. Industrialize it.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
It's like a stock at the stock market.
Right. Well, I've been saying that all along. They made humans into a commodity. It's sad. And what's really sick is this Calpia they're loaning out manual hours, collecting money, and giving back pennies for it. Just pennies on the dollar. I'm not even sure how much they make loaning out prisoners to do all kinds of labor, right down to call centers for cell phones. And I think that's a majority of their process. They do create some stuff like that flavorless hummus, and hold on.
Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hey, so I got off on Calpia a little bit. Now, like, how is Calpia? How did that develop? How, because now it's mostly just loaning out labor, correct? They sell labor.
Right. Well, Calpia started in prison. It was daily labor, inmate daily labor at first, IDL. And so what they did was this. They're like, well, instead of outsourcing the food, the boots, state boots and shit like that, let's hire inmate daily labor inmates to do all this for us.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, what they're doing now is, actually they've been doing it for the past 7-8 years, was they changed their food services. They changed their dietitians in Sacramento in order to save a buck. Well, before we used to get lunches in paper bags with real lunch meat, bologna, ham, or turkey. Well, now it's all comes in wrappers, pre-packaged packages, and it's like it's not real bologna. It's some fucking weird crap that it was probably grown, or it's probably 90% soy.
So,
because it's cheaper, I guess.
So
I don't know.
So like the bologna's in one cellophane and the bread's in another cellophane, like that.
Yeah. The bread comes in a plastic wrap, not cellophane, but it comes in this plastic wrap sealed. It's heat sealed.
Right.
And then the bologna comes in a heat sealed package with some type of juice in it.
Ew.
And the juice is the preservatives, and it's like, I won't eat that shit if I was dying. If I was starving to death, I won't eat that shit.
Okay, so way back when, prisoners were learning how to grow and produce their own food.
Right.
You're doing your own farming, your own butchering, your own bread making, your everything. You're processing everything. An actual real live trade that you could take out into the real world, or not even have to worry about the rest of the world, because you know how to survive with the basics, or learning plumbing, or learning electrical, or all that stuff, and maintaining your own buildings, all of that.
Right.
So now,
listen, babe, the prisons were maintained by prisoners.
Right, as it should be.
Prisoners ran the prison.
As it should be.
Like the plumber. So they had one plumber, and 10 prisoners learned how to do it from the one plumber.
Right.
Okay?
As it should
be. Then they had electricians and HVAC.
Right.
And prisoners learned how to, so the whole prison ran by us.
Right, and then when something goes wrong, you can fix it right away. Boom, you know exactly what's going on. Today is not like that at all. Right down to the food. Everything is machined in or leased out. And so now the prison labor is sold to corporations to work in their sweatshops and their call centers. And they're selling those hours for a whole lot more than they're paying the prisoners. Yet these corporations are also paying a whole lot less than if they had to pay an actual employee.
Right. Just think of so I'll give you, I don't get stuck on it. The roofs on B-Yard, caved in last year. So they're repairing the roofs at I think it was 22 or 27 million per roof. Well, the author officers tell me there's 12 inmate daily workers up there. PIA workers, PIA.
Mm-hmm.
Called PIA, Prison Industry Associates or some shit like that. And so they're up on the roof, and they're probably getting 75 cents an hour. Okay,
That's a
then
lot.
you gotta calculate the materials. 5 million, maybe 10 million to resurface the roof. Okay, retar the roof.
Well, they're not replacing the roof. That's all they're doing is retarring,
Wait a minute,
right?
man. Hey, hang on. Where's the rest of that money going?
Come on.
Where's the other 12 million?
Come on.
Where's the 15 million going?
Come on.
So again, I even told the reporter people, fucking track the money down. Don't ask for the money. You'll find the corruption. You will. You'll find the corruption. Go after the money. Because they're not, that money, that 27 million per roof is not being spent on that roof. Fuck, no, it's not. Fuck, no, it's not.
What
I
about
guarantee you it's not.
what about the $4 or $5 an hour per inmate that these corporations are paying to have prisoners work in their call centers and their sweatshops and their fish farms, and meanwhile paying them
Right.
no more than 25-30 cents an hour? So where's that money
Yeah,
going?
God damn. Right, it's going right to the fat cats. Right to Big Glenn.
Nobody-
The head of the CCPOS union.
Nobody talks
Glenn,
about
that
that
guy-
money. Nobody talks about that money.
Yep.
I'm like the only one. And
Do
I
your
want
homework,
to
man. I tell you what, if they get about 10, I'll bet you this. You get 5 to 10 investigative journalists to really fucking dig. They're either going to come up dead or they're going to find the biggest story in California history.
right?
One or the other. Okay, now let me move on from this because I have some questions here. We got any questions before I move on, Bill?
Anybody in the
Shoot 'em.
chit chat there wants to say nothing? Oh.
Let us know. Okay,
Mm-mm.
well, let me move on. I'll get to it if you do. So, I was recently asked by Paul G, which was a good question. Paul G, I sent him on to you. Outlaw, Tim, Ken, all you guys, man. All you truth-seeking soldiers, man. You guys are truth-seeking soldiers. That's what y'all are. I was asked about the property in my cell and what is CDCR issued property. Okay, so I'm MDS status, non-disciplinary. So I'm eligible to have a little bit more property than disciplinary, which is, I don't have a lot more, but I have a little bit more. Like I got my fan, I got my TV, I got a radio, my tablet with the functions to call my wife, and my text messaging. So the disciplinary don't get that part of it. They don't get the fan.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I got my personal shoes. I got a couple pair of shorts. I got my slingshot, which you guys out there call wife beaters. We call slingshots, t-shirts. I got my bedding, my mattress, shit like that. So that's what I'm allowed to have personally. I got my legal books. I got my health books, human anatomy books. My medical stuff, my back brace, my cane, shit like that. So a few other little items. That's what I'm allowed to have. Now, what the state gives me, what the prison, the state gives me, they'll give me plain white boxers, plain white t-shirt, plain white socks, a towel, one towel. They give me the bedding. I get a blanket, 2 sheets. And get this, people, this is a good win for us. And I just want it. I got it for everybody in the whole building. I got pillows. I won pillows again for a whole building on a 602. So I'll take the win, man. In 2019, I filed 602s because we're allowed to have pillow and a mattress. One pillow, one mattress per prisoner. Doesn't matter if you're in the whole ad seg, mainline, or shoot. You got that coming. Well, when I got here, nobody had ever filed on it. Nobody had pillows. No one had no pillow at all. So I filed, and sure enough, I won, and I got 120 pillows. 120. Oh.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
So I got 120 pillows in 2019. Well, over 5 years, they come up disappearing, missing, going to the main line with the convict or whoever takes it. They go out to the line with it. Or they just disintegrate, over 5 years, So I filed another one 2 weeks ago, mentioning the one in 2019. The sergeant came to me yesterday and said, you're right. We're getting you guys 130 pillows. By the end of this month, they'll be here. So you won again. You won, Mr. Daniel. You're right. We're getting it for you guys. So when it comes time, I'm going to, pull back to 602. So I'll take a win, man. I'll take that win.
Right.
A win's a win,
right? Right.
And you're not the best of pillows, but man, it's something to put your head on.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, and
so,
see, you're also doing for everyone, like these helpful things that we're doing to help people have none of the discrimination or the classifications of the situation that has made life unbearable.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly. I mean, you would wonder, like, what the fuck is a pill? A pill ain't a big deal, right? Like, who gives a fuck about a pill? But when you don't got one, and then when you don't got one, it's a little different.
Yeah. Well, that's just the thing, honey. Most people take the littlest things for granted, but they don't realize once it's gone or when it's missing, you really freaking miss that thing. It's that lack of gratitude.
Right. You really do, man. You really do. So, that's the property, Paul G. That was a good question you had hit me with, and that's what we're allowed. That's what I got. And then, you asked about the workouts. The workouts from my body, the physical workout back in the days when we had weights and weight training and shit like that. Back then, before 1999, because 1998, some prisons let them go until 99. Some prisons took them in 98. It varied, prison to prison. Well, I was at High Desert when they took them. And, actually, I got here to New Folsom in 98, and that's when they took them here. But, you get on the weight pile, it was like a box probably. The weight pile was a square box with a cyclone fence about 4 foot tall, and with a gate at the end. And the weight pile was probably 20 feet long by 15 feet wide. And on one side of the pile, you had white and Southsiders, that went to that side with those benches, the preacher, and all those weights. And then on the other side of the pile, you had blacks and northern Mexicans. And we didn't cross that line in the middle. Everybody stayed on their own side. Because you're dealing with weights. You motherfucker can de-brain you real quick. I seen it happen. I seen a man lose his brain. Come right out the side of his head. Most disgusting shit I ever seen in my life was a man's head explode and the brain just oozed right out the side of his fucking cranium. And
you have 60 seconds remaining.
You don't cross that line, Let me call back.
That's the real gore. All right. Well, it seems like it seems like we don't have a whole lot of people in there right now, but if you got anything to say, any questions, I know it's hard to get a word in edgewise with Brant sometimes, but you know, he's been in there by himself this whole time. He's just happy to get to talk to somebody.
The California State Prison for Prose, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. Thank you for using Global Link.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh my goodness. That Globalina, she
What?
sure needs all the attention she can get, huh?
I know, she's a bitch. So, let me get back to it. The workout back then, you get an hour on the weight pile, right? A day. You know, one day it's chest and shoulders, next day it's arms, and wings or whatever, or, you know, it just depends on what you like to do, you know, and legs and squats and shit like that. And so you do an hour a day, and, you know, they're 2 yards they ran, and what they'll do is they'll run 3 sessions, 3 1-hour sessions. So I'll be on the first round. I go in there, get my money, come out, go play handball after I was done, or jog the track, or or go bullshit with the fellas. Well, then the second round goes, they get their hour. Then the third round goes, they get their hour. In the last half hour, everybody on the last round, everybody cleans it up, puts the weights back up, stack them, shit like that. You know, a respect thing for convicts level 4 style, you know? Not this old weirdo fucking level 2, level 1 shit, you know, it's respect. So, you know, back then, your workout was a lot more rigid and strict. And everybody ate good. You know, you eat good. You used to get protein powder, right? You get good protein powder, good meat. You know, fucking eggs, fried eggs, like 3 times a week, man. And, you know, peanut butters like you wouldn't believe. And, you know, so you eat good. I had a friend of mine, he's dead now. He died of old age and shit. He was an old school hog, man. He was a fucking hog. And for us, when you say hog, that means he was a fucking monster, like size-wise. And he was about 6'1", 350 pounds, but from shoulder to shoulder was 6'1", almost. And he used to have this saying, you want to be a hog, you got to eat like a hog. You got to work out like a hog. So, you know, that motherfucker eats 12 eggs a day, you know, and 12 sandwiches a day, and just drive, you know. And that was the only guy I ever thought could run through a fucking concrete wall, you know, or take a bullet and just bounce off his chest, you know. He was that fucking big and that monstrous, man.
Dang.
And he was that convict that you see in the movies that is just tattooed up, long hair, big mustache. And he's that guy, like, don't fuck with that cat right there. You won't wake up tomorrow. So, but that's how it was back then. Now, you don't have no weights. You know, it's all these burpees. That's what tore my spine up, was burpees. It tore my spine up. So, you know, nowadays these guys do burpees like nonstop, push-ups, jog in place, calisthenics, a bunch of calisthenics. I like what you call harbor steps. You know, harbor steps, step-ups. You know, it's just a step. I got a block in my cell that's about, it's old catalogs from the package companies. They're pretty thick magazines. And I stack them up to about a foot tall. It's about a foot tall. And what I'll do is I'll do 10 minutes. Step up 5 minutes on my right leg, step up 5 minutes on my left leg. And then, you know, I do some push-ups. And then do some squats. And then do some more of those step-ups. I try to get 40 to 45 minutes nonstop, and I'll be sweaty like a fucking rattling horse. And I got my money. I'm good, man. At my age, I'll take it. I'll take it. If I can burn 500 calories, I'll take it. I will take it. But I don't get to eat like a hog, though. I really don't. None of us do.
You don't even get to eat like a
It's
human.
kind of fucked up, but that's the workout. That's the workout. But yeah, some of us though will make weights like that, like my block, my step-up block. I can make it about 6 inches taller. Make some sheet straps. Make me some braided sheet straps and strap it down, and make a handle and use it for a curl weight. It's about 45 pounds, 50 pounds, and just curl it. Use it for your shoulders, do shoulder press and shit with it. You can, it's just your mind, man. You can turn anything to anything you want. Put your mind to it. And that's what I do. So that's the workout, man, as today as compared to 25 years ago.
It's a big leap.
So, baby girl, what?
That's a big leap. So Tim wants to know if there's anything new going on with your medical or health.
Who?
Tim.
Tim, last week they had some meeting on me in Sacramento headquarters. I don't know these doctors. I have no idea who these people are. But they have this committee meeting on me about my medications and, do they want to leave me on this med, take that med, or take this med and take this med? So I don't even know what they decided. That's where I'm at with that right now. They did a piss test on me the other day. That's fine, because I don't fuck around with nothing anyway. So, other than that, I won't know what they're going to do until I go back and see the doctor, and then he'll tell me. That's it, really, man. That's it right there.
Well, except how they play games with your appointments.
Oh, yeah. So, on Tuesday, I forgot. On Tuesday, I had an outside appointment. Okay, well, they come to me and they said, you have to choose. You either go outside to your appointment or you do your legal call with your attorney. And then I asked them, well, what's the appointment for? And they said it was some minor issue of follow-up, right? And I'm not going to go 2 hours in a van inside of a cage for a minor issue that I know what it's for and there's nothing happening no more. It's all good. So then I find out that it wasn't for that. It was actually for my spine, my neurosurgeon follow-up.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
They wanted me to choose. They were trying to force me to pick my health or my lawyer phone call. And they've done this so many times where they make an appointment for medical and my lawyer call on every Tuesday. And they do this so it conflicts. And then they told my wife, we don't do that. We make sure you don't have no other appointments at that time. We don't do that. We don't conflict appointments, like that for medical or court and legal and medical and shit like that. But they do it all the time. They're liars.
Well, plus that legal call is a standing call. They know exactly what time and when it is.
Right. Right. It's a standing call based on a federal court order by a judge. And they know it. So they use it to fuck me over. They use it to fuck me over and fuck me around, man. So, but yeah, I mean, I told the motherfucking chick, man, fuck you, man. You guys know what you did. Then you lied to me and said it wasn't nothing serious. And it was. It was for my spine. And you fucking people are full of shit. So she had so much heat put on her I put so much heat on her, she just said, "Oh, well, we'll reschedule. Please calm down." I said, "Calm down. Hell, this is the 10th time, 15th time you done this, motherfucker. The fuck you mean calm down, stupid? Get your fucking shit right, you incompetent asshole."
They really have. It's been dozens of times, every time, pretty much.
Yeah, dozens, man. So, but, we'll see what happens next time. We'll see what happens.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Yeah, and I was going to tell y'all, too, one of my last videos we did, probably, I don't know how many live videos ago. It was one of the first 4 or 5 where I was telling you guys about the prosecutors, the district attorneys, and the public defenders and shit. Well, check this out, folks. The Sacramento prosecutors, Sacramento DAs, and the Sacramento public defenders are now holding hands, and they're going on work strike for more wages.
Wow.
5% wage increase. Now, remember I told you how the public defenders are paid barely anything, and then they don't get no money to do their job on the person they're defending? So check this out. So now they're going on strike. They're supposed to start on Monday. You could probably look it up on your Google. Sacramento prosecutor, DA office, and public defenders are come to unite and want a state raise 5%. And I'm telling you guys, this is what's got the system flooded with prisoners, is because we never get a decent defense. We never have a decent lawyer that is paid to fight for you and do his absolute best to give you the utmost defense position as an attorney, and vehemently defends you as his client.
Honey, they're not gonna. They're good. If they get that money, they're not gonna do any better.
But here's the thing. So the prosecutors have investigators, crime labs. They have all sorts of resources at their disposal, whereas a public defender does not. And so it's a lopsided fight.
Right.
And I'm not saying it's going to be any different. No way, hell no, man. I'm just putting a receipt out there again for a check I wrote in one of the other videos. Go check it out, man. I said it. Because they're very, they're underpaid, they're understaffed. I remember I was watching 60 Minutes probably about 5 years ago. Down there in Louisiana, this guy did 18 months or something, and then some attorney went in, and they did an audit, and they actually put an hour into his case, found out he wasn't even there, found out he wasn't a part of it, but yet he had been in county jail for 18 months. 18 months, lost his wife, lost his house, lost his job, lost his family. His mom died while he was in jail. Found out he was innocent. All they did was an hour's worth of work. And they found out all this in 1 hour.
But it took him 18 months to get to that work.
Right.
That's insane. Paul G checked in. He says he's only tapping in for a short minute, but he also shared that he had a terrible experience when he was a youngster, 19 years old, and public defender just wanted him to plead guilty. Plead guilty to an assault and battery, and totally could have beat the case. He said,
Paul G, shout out to you, man. And thanks for the question, and thanks for the, when you get time, you're going to have to watch the beginning of it, because I gave you the rundown on the property and stuff. So, hey, man, shout out to you, and, hey, enjoy the good life, my bro, and,
you have 60 seconds remaining.
Let me call back.
Yep, that good old thing's always checking in. Of course, if you had a lawyer, you could have beat the case. That's the difference. They don't want you to have a lawyer. They want you to just fill their jails, keep it complicated for you, make it easy for them. Come on. Sometimes when he dials, it doesn't even go through. It's crazy. And he has to dial it all out. There's none of that, like, just press that person's name and it dials for you. Nope. Mm-mm. I don't know where he went. Right on. Yeah, we're having fun here tonight. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Outlaw dropped a freshie. It just popped up. Okay, we'll have to check it out when we're done here tonight. Come on. Don't leave, you guys. Don't leave. I don't know what's going on. There we go. There we go.
Global Kelly, I have a prepaid call from an incarcerated individual at the California State Prison for Prairie, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using Global Telly.
You're
God
back.
damn.
How many times did you have
Fucking Global Lena is acting like a straight fucking tramp, man. She's pissing me the fuck off.
Oh no. Oh no.
Man, I got anger issues.
Chill out,
Anyway,
sugar.
but
Chill out.
so here's the thing, Paul. I do these things on these videos, hoping I can help the next person, man, realize that this ain't the way to live life in prison. You know, it's living life in prison sucks ass, man. And I just hope people will value the family, and grandkids and your kids just a little bit more. Value what you got. Value that big old fat steak you're gonna eat tomorrow, or that nice big old breakfast you get. Don't take nothing for granted out there, because tomorrow's never promised. And I say that from experience. I've had some family members die, and I wish I could have said something to them one more time before they died. And, I'm 50 years old, right? I ain't got no kids, but I wish I did, right? I wish I had some kids and grandkids and stuff like that. So, just take it from me, man. I tell you this, when you hug your daughter, or you hug your mom, or you hug your wife, give them one more hug before the day's over with, because tomorrow's never promised. It's not. It's not. And I wish I had that life where, you guys out there, you're blessed with it, man. You're blessed with number one thing you can never, ever get back when you're in prison. If you're doing life, well, you might be able to. And that's what I call freedom. The freedom to walk down the street, right? And, this is what listen to this. I used to walk my pit bull every night around 8 o'clock. Walk her down around 7 to 8 o'clock. Just take a nice walk to the Circle K up the street, buy me a soda pop, right? And then walk back. And it was just the fact that I could do that when the fuck I wanted to do that with my dog and myself, and just get my mind right, and just, that piece of freedom right there you don't have when you're in prison. You can have all the packages, all the TVs, all the homeboys and homies and whatever you want to have, but you ain't got your freedom, man. And that's what, these videos, I just want to come across and get across to men, women out there, kids, youngsters, whatever. Love your family that much more. Enjoy that time you got right there with them. If you're having a barbecue or get together or whatever, man. Just realize the petty shit that that's really petty when you break it down. It's petty, man. It's fucking petty. Because in here you'll see how petty something might have been. You could have let go, or it's been destroying the family for a while, and it's like, God damn, man, what the fuck were we tripping on, So that's why I do these videos too, and it's like, fucking value your freedom and value your family just a little bit more. That's it, man. You value that steak you're going to eat tomorrow morning. That's not soybean.
That's right. Remember what's really important. There is another element to why we do this that is absolutely fundamental to the core.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
The why of it obviously is the care and concern, but why we have to do this, because we're not getting the advocacy and attention that we need for our human rights.
Right. Like, we're not. It's not happening, man. Everybody's like, I see a lot of dudes nowadays are just worried about $50 in their pocket or some canteen, and that shit, that ain't nothing, man. It's what we had at Pelican Bay Shoe, the advocacy and the unity amongst the fires and people out there and in here, and it's like, that's what I'm trying to rebuild, and then along the way rebuild that, tell the truth seekers, the truth-seeking soldiers you guys are, fucking the truth, and let you know what's really going on. Mm-hmm. I ain't fucking lying for shit. I ain't never fucking told you guys any fucking lies. I ain't got no reason to lie, and I ain't asking you for a damn dollar. Mm-hmm. I ain't that fake motherfucker that's gonna get on here begging you for $5 and begging you to believe me with some bullshit fucking lollipop fucking boogeyman story.
Propaganda, panhandling.
Yeah. Right, panhandling motherfucker will work for food with a sign that's going across the bottom kicker with how to get at my Cash App. I don't know what the fuck a Cash App is. Well, that's why we do this shit, man. And I'm 50 years old, and trust me, man, fellas, my homeboys and my fellas out there, I wish I had some kids. I wish I could be that guy with my baby girl right here, have a couple kids and a couple grandkids on Christmas and Thanksgiving, and just sit there and feel like, man, this is me right here.
Yeah, and Brant would have made an awesome dad, an awesome grandpa, fishing and baseball and hanging out, working on cars.
I love fishing, folks. I love fishing, man. I go to Folsom Lake and fish every day if I could. As a kid, I fished every fucking day. And I was a Little League baseball pitcher. I love playing baseball. And that's how I grew up, But, hug them kids, man. Hug the kids and love your wife, and just realize that, man, the argument you have with your lady, hey, let her win, man. Who gives a fuck, right? Or kids or whoever, man. It ain't all that. It's petty. It's petty. Cause I'm gonna tell you what perspective is. When you think you got problems and you watch them cancer kids, St. Jude commercials, and them kids are coming into this world with cancer, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That puts your life in perspective really quick.
Yeah. Well, but
so
we need to wrap around the fact that that's God-given, whereas this prison torture is man-made, and it needs to be addressed. It needs to be eradicated.
Listen, man, baby girl, I told you when I first met you, I seen them commercials, and I know they're just commercials, right? But they were kids, and I'm in prison. I'm alive. I don't, thank God I ain't got cancer, man, and knock on wood.
Right.
But I have a lot of problems. I have a lot of problems in prison. I'm in a box. My freedom's gone. Shit like that. But when I see them commercials like that, that shit rips my heart wide open, because it's like, Well, I do got it bad, but I could have it a lot worse.
You were talking about
I really
earlier,
could.
you were talking about petty, and that's exactly how they chip away at you also, right? The petty
Right.
games,
Yep.
the
Yep. Yep.
like you were dealing with earlier with
Right.
the legal versus medical, and there was a few other things that were
Yep.
going on at that same
Yep.
level of pettiness, and it's like,
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
this
Exactly.
makes no
It's petty
sense.
as fuck.
Why
Mm-hmm.
this type of torture can go on and on and on, and
Yep.
it's not being acknowledged in the sense of
Yep.
where the real problem is.
Right. Right. Yep. Exactly. You're right. But yeah, I like spending my time with y'all, man, and letting you know what I can let you know. And enlightening enlightening you to the problem, what's really going on, and pass it along, share my shit, pass it along, man. Just keep sharing it. I don't know, maybe some kid might hear it. Some young kid,
I got a
17
surprise for
years
you.
old, he don't have, huh?
I got a surprise for you. I got a surprise for you.
What?
Outlaw just dropped one.
Get on, Outlaw. I'm checking that shit out as soon as we're done. Right on, bro. So, hey, listen, I want to tell you guys one more thing before I wrap this shit up. Before I kick in, if you got any questions, you better ask.
Well, Paul says we got to get you out of there. A lot of youngsters could use an Uncle Scoops. Yeah.
That's right, Paul. Get on, bro. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. So, listen, matter of fact, if you like being in a box and you like being shit thrown at you, and you like eating 90% of soybean, and you don't mind about a motherfucking tranny walking down the tier with a dick cut off, but that's naked with titties that are hairy, and you don't mind being treated like a fucking lower than a fucking bug, and you like this type of life, and you fucking, you can just live in a box forever, and you just like being stepped on, and you like fucking garbage, and you like being shit on, shit tossed in your face and in your mouth. Well, you might want to come to prison, folks. Straight up. You might want to come to prison. Otherwise, I don't recommend it. I just don't recommend prison.
Nah,
but if you like all that nasty ass shit, well, they got a bed for you. They got a bed for you, and I'm sure they'll accommodate you really quick, because then you become a pay number. But like I was saying to my wife earlier, Larry Flint and Hugh Hefner ain't got shit on me. I'm living like a real king in this motherfucker.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hey, that's just sarcasm, that's all.
Right? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I just want to remind everybody before we go that we have Instagram, Solid Behind Blue Eyes. We have email, solidbehindblueeyes@gmail.com. And we have an X, which is Brant Daniel 3. So they're all right there in the description of our channel. You go to channel, and then you go down to more about the channel, and it's at the bottom. You can click right through. So if you want to communicate privately with Brant and get at us personally to maybe communicate with him directly, that's how you do it.
Right. Also, folks, check it out. We're going to be doing a Good, Bad, and Ugly Part 3. Because we can't, the Good, Bad, and Ugly Part 2, I can't talk about that shit.
That's why we're doing Part 3 this time. Yep.
Yeah, so the Part 2, just use your imagination. But because I can't talk about that shit, my wife ain't talking about that shit. And, that's them lines I ain't crossing. So,
I don't think there's a whole lot
but
of
the part
good
three,
in part 2 either, was there? No, there wasn't much good in
no,
part 2.
it's just all bad, worse, and ugly. And worse for ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And the ugliest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But yeah, I can't talk about that stuff, man. So, with that said, you guys got any questions? Man, we're taking questions now. Let's go.
Paul says it's awesome. We got a sense of humor going through all this. I guess all you can do is make that's
Paul.
right. That's all we can do is make the best of it. I mean, I signed up for this,
That's
okay?
it,
I wasn't even forced into it. But I see
right.
a good man in Brant, and nothing can convince me otherwise. In 15 years of proof.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Why doesn't that work for everyone else?
Let me call back.
Why doesn't that work for everyone else? Dude is decent human being, doesn't deserve to be spending 30 plus years in prison. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how the system works. Oh, wow. It's my friend in God's hands. I love you, girl. On the okay. She's slow. The Globalina is so slow. Right on. Okay, we're gonna have a party. Here we go.
All right, I'm back.
My friend who I used to stay with when I come see you, she's checked in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I send mine. I hope you're well.
Mm-hmm.
I send mine. So, we'll go ahead and put an end to this one, folks. And, it was good hanging out with you guys on Saturday night, man. Tim, Paul G, Outlaw, Ken, all you guys. Your friend, I forget her name. I don't want to.
Right.
I send mine. Thank you again.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else, I hope you guys share it, pass it along, get it out there. If you got what's that TikTok app? Man, give me a shout out on TikTok. Maybe people come see us.
Give us a shout out on all the avenues there. Go right ahead.
Yeah,
I know Tim's using Reddit. I try as much as I can. I'm just not very good at social media. I'll just be honest with you.
Right.
Right.
Spread the word, folks. And
if you got people who like to communicate this stuff out there, share it with them.
Mm-hmm.
I know that it's hard to promote yourself when you're telling the truth, especially because nobody wants to hear the damn truth. But,
right. Okay, man. Well, we're going to go ahead and wind this down. And you Truth Seekers, thank you for spending your time with us, man. You guys have a good weekend. And remember,
we're getting back.
Hang out. Hug the family a little tighter. And just remember, man, what you got is priceless. Freedom is priceless. And family, that's something. That's like, my God, man. Take it from a man that hasn't. I've been in here 30 fucking years of my life, man, and I wish I could get out there and be with my baby girl and my little family, man. So you guys take care, and until next time, keep it solid always, and just know I'm coming with the facts and the truth only. I'm not one of them snitch tubers. We're not like that. We don't ask for money. We don't sell fake information. I don't dig how they're fucking trying to promote for S&Y and do the right thing type of bullshit because it's crap and it's lies. Until next time, keep it solid. All my respect to the worthy and the worthy, you know who you are.
Thank you and good night.